On July 14, 1997, the discovery of a 19-year-old man's body in a ditch near the highway marked only the beginning of a string of murders, shattering the tranquility of Louisiana and plunging it into terror. Murderers aren't born, they're made. So, get ready to witness the chilling narrative of a killing spree in which 23 men fell victim to the ruthless hands of a killer. Let's get started. The eerie sequence of events began with the discovery of 19-year-old David Mitchell's body, found 2 days after his disappearance on his return from his grandmother's house. A puzzling scene greeted investigators. A drawing case and clear lungs despite immersion in ditch water, with only his trousers lowered to his ankles, leaving no signs of drugs or physical trauma. Months passed until December, when another victim, 20-year-old Gary Pierre, emerged in St. Charles Parish. Fully clothed this time, following a brief respite, the grim pattern resumed its course, with Larry Ranson becoming the next victim on July 31, 1998. His body, bearing clear signs of strangulation, marked the continuation of the deadly spree. In October of the same year, the lifeless form of 27-year-old Oliver LeBancs was discovered, his brutalized remains serving as a grim testament to the escalating violence. Beaten, strangled, and showing signs of sexual abuse, his case mirrored the gruesome details of previous victims. Semen samples collected from his body further fueled the ongoing investigation, highlighting the relentless pursuit of justice amidst the growing body count. The once long intervals between murders began to dwindle as the death toll climbed, culminating in a chilling total of 23 victims. Among them were Joseph Brown in Kenner, Bruce Williams, Angel Mejia, Mitchell Johnson, Michael Vincent, Kenneth Randolph, and 23 others, each name etched into the somber annals of Louisiana's history. In November 2006, things took a dramatic turn in the investigation when the police finally caught a break after years of frustrating dead ends. Ricky Wallace is a Bayou Blue local known as a drug addict who has dropped a bombshell of a story that sounded like something out of a horror movie. Ricky gets this invite from a man named Ronald Dominique, who seems harmless enough. They're supposed to do drugs, and, as a bonus, Dominique has promised to offer sex with his girlfriend. Excited, Ricky heads over to Dominique's trailer, expecting a good time. But when he gets there, it's just him and Dominique. Then things get creepy real quick. Dominique starts talking about how his girlfriend's into some unusual habits, like the boy being tied up during sex. Ricky's alarm bells start ringing loud and clear. Sensing trouble, he bolts out of there faster than you can say, "red flag." And thank goodness he did, because what happens next changes everything. The striking parallels between Ricky's account and the patterns of the previous murders couldn't be ignored. Drug addicts, strangulation, sexual abuse, and murder intertwined in a chilling narrative. Despite initial skepticism due to Ricky's background as a drug addict, investigators cautiously pursued Dominique, collecting blood samples for further analysis. Remember Oliver LeBancs, the fourth tragic victim in that relentless murder spree? It was the matching of the semen samples found on Oliver's body with Ronald Dominique's DNA that ultimately led to Dominique's arrest on December 1, 2006. Putting a definitive end to the reign of terror that had cast a shadow over Louisiana for a harrowing 9 years. But as the dust settled and Dominique faced justice, the lingering question remained: what drove him to commit such horrific murders? Ronald Joseph Dominique, born on January 9, 1964 in Louisiana, faced a turbulent childhood marred by poverty. Despite these early struggles, he managed to graduate from high school and briefly attended Nicholls State University before dropping out in the 1980s. Dominique's school years were fraught with difficulty. His overweight stature, poor communication skills, and introverted demeanor left him isolated and subjected to relentless bullying. Adding to his struggles, he realized he was gay, but faced even more ridicule when he tried to explore his identity by hitting gay bars and even doing drag performances. Unfortunately, instead of finding acceptance, he just ended up feeling more like an outsider, even within the gay community. Before he was ever accused of those horrific murders, Dominique had a troubling past. In 1985, he was arrested for sexual harassment over the phone, and then in 1994, he found himself in trouble again, this time for drinking and driving. Holding down a job was a constant struggle for him, so he relied on handouts from his relatives just to get by. Living off his relatives' generosity, Dominique found himself crashing at his sister's place in 1996. But things took a horrifying turn on August 25th when a naked man managed to escape from Dominique's sister's home. The traumatized man told neighbors that Dominique had raped him and even attempted to kill him. It was a serious accusation, again leading to Dominique's arrest. However, he was soon released on bail when the victim couldn't be located for further investigation. The chilling spree of murders began in 1997, and for nearly 9 years, Dominique eluded the grasp of law enforcement. However, after his arrest, he shockingly confessed to every detail of his heinous crimes. The gruesome truth emerged. Dominique would strangle and rape his victims, sometimes even resorting to physical violence. Many of his targets were vulnerable drug addicts, whom he would lure with promises of drugs or the false allure of sex with a woman. The pattern was disturbingly consistent across his victims, with some even falling victim to overdoses administered by Dominique himself. In addition to his depraved acts, Dominique's confessions revealed a disturbing pattern of post-mortem sexual behavior with his victims. The revelations sent shockwaves through the community, confirming suspicions of Dominique's deeply troubled psyche, which likely stemmed from the relentless bullying he endured during his school years. In the trial, Dominique pleaded guilty to 8 murders. Considering his mental state and his plea, he was found guilty on all counts and subsequently sentenced to 8 consecutive life imprisonments. Understanding the complexities of human behavior can indeed be challenging, particularly when examining cases like Dominique's. Subjected to a lifetime of bullying, harassment, and rejection, he grappled with profound feelings of isolation and alienation. This raises a fundamental question: are killers born, or are they made? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If the chilling tale of Ronald Dominique's murders has left you unsettled, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more gripping true crime videos. Thank you for watching.